Hey, what is up guys? It is Card Shuffler 99 here, and today I'm going to be revealing for you guys Aaron Krau's Judge Cuts performance on America's Got Talent. They just posted his performance, so I'm going to be breaking this down for you guys today. So what he basically does is a series of sort of dangerous acts, right? He's going to do something, it's not necessarily magic, but there is a trick to what he's doing, okay? So I'll be breaking that entire thing down for you guys today from the performance, and then I'll go into the tutorial for you guys. And don't forget, we have a giveaway on the channel. We're giving away 12 Monarch decks of cards, so one brick of cards made by Theory 11. All you guys have to do to enter is like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure your post notifications are turned on, and make sure you guys comment something down in the comments section below. Now, guys, we're going to be revealing all of the AGT Judge Cut performances. So today we're going to be starting with Aaron Krau. Now, we do have a secondary channel. This is it's our gaming channel. We're going to be playing Fortnite, and we'll be playing with a bunch of our subscribers on live streams there. So if you guys want to check that out, link down in the description section below. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into this little tutorial. So I'll be just playing here with the cards just so you guys are a little bit entertained. But anyway, I'm just going to talk a little bit about this trick. So what he's going to do is he's going to start out his trick, and he's going to basically take two volunteers. So he's going to take Heidi, and then he's going to get the guest judge. Now, it's important to note that what he's doing here is this sort of large-scale bow and arrow type trick. And what he's going to do is essentially place Heidi's ring inside of an apple. So what he does is he takes the apple, he's going to cut out the core, he's going to then take the ring, put it inside the apple, put the core back in, he puts the apple onto a tray, and then he's going to put that on top of Heidi's head. Now what he does is he sets up a target off the other side of the room, and this is going to be his main target, right? He's going to aim for that, he's going to shoot it there, and then the end part of the trick is where the ring actually ends up on the arrow, and the apple gets cut in half basically. So there are basically two different ways to look at this trick. So one way is that this trick is sort of magic, right? And that there's a trick to it. Now, this is sort of where the ring comes into play, and that's the trick behind it, right? Is that he's going to do something, I guess you could call it sleight of hand, in a way, to make the ring appear on the arrow at the end of the trick. And then the other part, obviously, is skill, because he is actually shooting it. Now, there were a lot of questions about his audition trick and whether or not that trick was actually dangerous or not, right? A lot of people were questioning that, whether he was actually sort of putting anybody's life in danger or doing anything like that. Now, this is completely different, right? Because this, in a sense, is completely dangerous. You know, there's no way around this one. He's not blindfolded the way he was in his audition act. Now he is spinning around, but that doesn't make it, sort of seem that it's less dangerous in a way. That just helps and makes it seem a little bit more dangerous, and it adds to the effect. But that's again where the skill comes into play. So he's obviously really skilled with the bow and arrow to the point where he can aim and shoot, but he's not that good to the point where he can get the ring per se to go right through the arrow and then land on the target. So how is this going to work? Let me break this down for you guys. So the first thing he does is he's going to take the apple and he's going to cut out the core. Now, what you guys need to notice here is that when he cuts the core out of the apple, you'll notice that the entire core comes out. So top to bottom, so basically there is a hole running through the apple. Now, if you put it like this, if you put the ring inside of the, where the core was, and then you put the core back in, it doesn't make sense as to how the ring would stay inside the apple. What he's going to do here is as he puts the core back through the apple, he's going to take the ring out. Now, basically what he can do is he can use that core when he pushes it back in to basically push the ring out of the other side, essentially, and then that would go into his hand. Now, this is sort of where the trick comes into play, sleight of hand in a sense. So it would be too risky for him. Obviously, it's risky enough as it is. It's, an extremely dangerous act, something very, very dangerous, and that he's going to need a lot of skill to be able to actually hit the apple in the first place and then make that arrow land on the target. But it would be even more sort of dangerous, and it would be even harder for him to accomplish if he actually kept the ring inside, because then at that point he has to literally nail the apple dead on right through the ring to the point where the arrow can go through and then end up hitting the target. Now that's too difficult, right? I think that is sort of, in a sense, too difficult for even him to accomplish. So the way he's going to do this is he has to get the ring out. Now, how is he going to do that? Once again, he cuts the core out of the apple. He's going to put the ring into that little hole, put the core back in. The ring is going to come out the other end. He's going to take it, and he doesn't have to palm it necessarily, but nobody knows the ring is in his hand. Okay, now why is this important? This is important because he's actually going to take that ring, and he's just going to put it right on top of the arrow. So he's going to feed it through the arrow. Now there's most likely, let's say this was the arrow here, there's most likely something on the edge of the arrow that makes sure that even though when the arrow is going this way, and obviously the arrow is going to be pushing back at it, that the ring doesn't fall off the other end. There's probably something on one end here that's going to basically prevent the ring from going through. So that's something important to note, is that he's going to put the ring onto the arrow, and there's going to be something on one end of the arrow, the back end, that makes sure that when it shoots over, the ring doesn't push back and fall off, right? He's going to have something there to protect it, and that's going to be that. So once again, he's just going to take it, he's going to put it on to the arrow, and that is basically where the trick comes into play. So once again, nobody really sort of looks at this trick and says, oh, this is magic, this is sleight of hand. It's a little bit different. 95% of this trick is skill, right? You don't actually, there's not a lot of skill that goes into basically taking the ring out of the apple and convincing people that the ring is still inside that apple, right? That's not really where the trick comes into play. Obviously, he's going to want to shoot that, and that's entirely skill, right? If he's not able to shoot the apple and then end up hitting the target, the trick is not going to work, or his performance is not going to be as entertaining per se. So, like I said, 95% of the trick is mainly skill, but there is a little bit of sleight of hand involved, a little bit of trickery to the point where he's actually going to make sure that ring is not inside the apple, so that this trick is actually, able to happen. Like I said, full credit to Aaron Crow. He is extremely talented. The fact that he was able to nail the apple perfectly. Now, obviously, all he has to do is aim for the apple, and then make sure that the arrow is going to hit the target in the back and line everything up. As long as he's able to do that, it's fine. But again, because he was standing on that platform, and that platform was basically circling around, and he wasn't stationary, that only made the trick even harder to accomplish. But like I said, it's not possible. I mean, it's obviously possible, but it's not necessarily, a good idea for him to go onto the show through judge cuts and say, oh, I'm actually going to nail, even though I can nail the apple, I know I can nail that ring, right? The ring is so small to the point where if he doesn't get it right in through the ring so that, the effect would work, it's not going to happen. So, obviously, everybody was impressed. Like I said, 2 stages of the trick. One stage being the fact that he was able to hit the apple and hit the target at the end and basically, cut the apple in half. That was the first part of the trick. And then, obviously, the second part of the trick, the fact that he was able to get the ring on. But like I said, the ring on the arrow was more sleight of hand than it was skill. All he had to do was basically take the ring out of the apple by pushing the core back in, and basically the ring would fall into his hand as he pushes it through. And then all he has to do is take that ring, put it onto the arrow before he shoots it, and essentially he's ready to go from there. So once again, this is the entire reveal. There's not much to this. I just wanted to, go over this with you guys because some people were asking me in the comment section of some of our videos how he was able to get the ring on. And like I said, that's not necessarily skill. That's more just trickery, more sleight of hand there. So he was able to actually make sure that that ring was on that arrow at the end of the performance. Now, like I said, we are going to be revealing all of the AGT judge cut performances. This is, something that we do. We've done it for a couple years now, so we're going to be breaking all of these down. But anyway, guys, that is really it for this video. And just a quick reminder to all of our subscribers, we do have that secondary channel that I hope you guys are willing to check out. We are definitely willing to play some games with some of our subs. You guys can basically interact with us. So CS Gaming, link in the description. That's going to be a great way for you guys to interact with us through that platform. And at the same time, don't forget, for all you new viewers as well as our subscribers, don't forget to enter the giveaway. Once again, all you have to do to enter is like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and comment anything you guys want down below, whether it's something you like about the video, something you like about our channel, anything like that, you guys can feel free to comment down below. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think this is considered a magic trick, or do you think this is mostly skill, based, I guess you could say. But anyway, guys, let us know down in the comment section below which act on America's Got Talent are you guys most excited to see. We're really interested to see that. Obviously, hopefully it's a magic act, but, we'll see about that. But anyway, guys, that is it for today, and this is Card Shuffler 99. Peace out.